The hurricane season is bubbling. We are in the peak of the season traditionally, and we have Isaac, which has warnings and watches out across the Lesser Antilles for Martinique, Dominica and Guadeloupe, as well as affecting the islands of Antigua, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba and St. Eustatius, as well as St. Martin. Now, the impacts of Isaac will be felt across all of these islands, but it should definitely be felt across Dominica, Guadeloupe and Martinique, where we could be seeing some flooding rains with a flood warning in effect for Dominica, and the possibility of life-threatening flash flooding, as well as falling rocks and landslides, and also coastal flooding as well. Now, the path of Isaac is set to head across the central Lesser Antilles as we go through early on Thursday, so to begin to feel the effects as of early on Wednesday afternoon, and they've been seeing the effects in terms of the swells, and that will continue all the way through Thursday, and then exiting into the east and the Caribbean Sea by the time we get to late on Thursday going into Friday. And then this track takes it to basically over warm waters and then possibly close to Jamaica. So they'll be watching this system as well. But before it does so, it will begin to send a lot of the long period swells across the Hispaniola, across most of the Caribbean chain, down towards Aruba, Bonaire and Curacao as well, and also beginning to affect Jamaica as they go through their Thursday and then going into Saturday. Now, the rainfall could well be about 200 millimeters at times in Dominica, and that's the reason why they've got the flood warning in effect. They're definitely worried about the additional rainfall that could come by and obviously cause landslides as well as life-threatening flash floods. So it's no surprise then that we'll be seeing a stormy rains for Dominica, some of that as well blowing across into St. John's, with some stormy squalls expected for St. Kitts as well through Basseterre. Further to the south, we could be seeing a few showers, maybe turning thundery for Barbados, but then the further south towards St. George's, it's mostly cloudy, a few showers, maybe the stray thunder shower here, and then down towards Georgetown, pockets of rain are expected. Now, for the Greater Antilles, it is mostly settled. They have a sunshine for Kingston for the most part, highs of 33 degrees Celsius expected there, and a brief thunder rumbling across Santo Domingo and the hillsides. But the big story is still going to be Hurricane Florence, which is sending dangerous surf, rip currents all the way across the eastern seaboard of the United States, with mass evacuations taking place, and it could be seeing historic rainfall as well, possibly 1 meter in places. So obviously that is definitely a concern, with mudslides, possibility of washouts, road closures, etc. as they go through their day. So they'll be watching this quite closely as well. But for Trinidad and Tobago, Isaac poses no direct threat. So that's your Caribbean travel forecast, and that's it from me.